I was starting to get consistent in the gym, but I was still hanging out with my friends, but bad friends. We would, on the weekends, go out, get super drunk. And even though I was doing this, I was still making progress in the gym. My life was decent. But then eventually, I wanted to take it to the next level. I wanted to be better in my grades. I wanted to be better in everything. And so I cut them off mostly. Like, I didn't be a dickhead about it. I just, like, slowly stopped hanging out with people who I didn't fuck with. But then I moved to Australia to a boarding school, and I never, like, from that point when I had moved, I'd just been like, nah, trying not to hang out with bad friends or bad influences. And then I never really made good friends. I never made any good friends or any like decent friends at my new school because I was so closed off to it when in the past I'd been like a decently social guy for the last 2 years. That really fucked me up, and it actually led to me making less gains in a weird way, which I'm going to explain to you. And overall, I hated life at that time. And I'm going to explain why. I'm Finn. I help young guys make really good friends. I do have a course. I haven't got to the point yet where I'm speaking about social skills, but I have a course where I teach you step by step how to make really, really good quality friends and how to be that super social guy you've always dreamed of. The link's in the description. Only buy when you trust me enough. Now, a lot of you guys are anti getting a girlfriend. You're anti, oh, I don't want to date, like she's going to break my heart, blah, blah, blah. But then I can see that. I can see where you're coming from. You know, girls, it's hard to meet like a girl who's really good looking and also really high quality because every guy's going for her. So I understand it's really hard to find like your dream girl. But it's not as hard to find really high quality friends at a young age. In fact, it's really fucking easy because there's friends you know are going to be successful in the future. They're super hardworking. They're dedicated. They have some kind of craft. They're just they work so hard. But we don't actually spend time trying to get to know them because usually with those guys, the reason why it's possible you can make good friends with them is because they haven't improved their social skills yet and they haven't gotten to the point of success where they don't even live in your hometown anymore. Which is why when you go and you speak to these people, you can actually have a chance to have some amazing quality friends from a really young age and they'll grow along with you hopefully you're like working on yourself as well. You see, that's the thing. We don't even go up and speak to anybody nowadays. And the thing is, the best of us are failing. Like the guys who are getting the best grades, who are in the best shape, who are like the best athletes, a lot of them aren't even going and speaking to anybody. They don't even go to a party. They don't even have a girlfriend. They don't have any good quality male friends. Most importantly, who the fuck cares about having a girlfriend, bro? It's cool, but your male friends, your closest, your brothers, they're the most important thing that you'll ever have. Now, we don't even go up to these guys. But let's just say you've been talking to more people. There's this guy that you kind of fuck with, but he's a hardworking guy, but you guys don't speak all the time. See, what I did was I used my golden ticket, right? Because as a young teenager who was really, really awkward, at the age of like 13, I went to going out nonstop to like the age of 15 or 16, and then I went to a boarding school in Australia. And the thing is, when I was like 14, 15, I moved to the boarding school. 14 and 15, when I was that age, I was just the king, bro. Like, I'm joking. But like, in terms of having shit to do socially, so many people knew me. So many people respected me. Like, for my age, everybody knew me. Like, I could speak to girls. Like, I was ahead of the curve socially. And that was my golden ticket. And I kind of lost that a bit, my social skills. And as I slowly regained them, but I also improved my work ethic, getting in the gym and all this other stuff, everything came to me. Like I got everything I wanted as a 13-year-old. Now, however exactly old I am, because I don't want my exact age out, I have everything I wanted at that age. Except like the six pack, but I've been bulking for a year, so I'm not unhappy about that. Like that's a little different. Anyways, I want to stay concise here, but the point that I'm making is with my golden card that I had, which was that I was really social, I knew a lot of people, I got invited to parties, I knew a lot of girls in the city. I just said to one of my friends, yo, come out with me. I'm going to show you around. This is the guy who I met in a gym, and I thought he was really scary for years, and then I slowly started talking to him a bit, and I just invited him to come out with me. And then when he saw everyone was speaking to me, because this guy, he's went to a super high level uni. He's in amazingly good shape. He's like a top tier athlete. He's super nice. He's clearly going to go really far in life. And then this guy, you know why he really respected me? Just because I was a social guy and I had a lot of friends. Yeah, I go to the gym. Like everybody, you know, people respect me for that. But people respect me and they show me like a completely different, like, people treat me so differently when they realize like, oh, I've got all these parties that I can bring them along to. Not because they're using me, because you can still be really good friends with somebody and give them value, but just because I'm not like a useless, I have like some value to bring. You know, that value wouldn't have to be like me inviting you to a friend to a party for them to like me, but it might just be I'm a really fun guy to be around. And there's no reason to not give as much value to other people as possible, because we all want value from other people. We want to be invited to parties. We want people to be really nice to us and compliment us and make us laugh and be fun to spend time with. So why do we think that when we do it, we're just being used? Like, this is just such a dumb way to think about everything. You should just try and give as much as possible, as much value to as many people as possible. And if you're struggling on what guys actually care about, because you might have asked a guy, yo, let's go play chess someday. I like chess, by the way, but turns out that a lot of young guys who are really successful, they're super switched on, they're super hungry for success. Apparently, a lot of them don't like chess. So when you ask somebody to do something that they don't really care about, then you're not like really bringing any value, you know, it's not any fun for them to come to, and then you can't build the relationship. Guys usually care about three things. Like, if you have pretty friends as girl, like, bro, I really, really, really think that having pretty female friends is a great thing to have. Not because, you know, you're gonna try, like, you have to be strong enough, like, you're not trying to be with every single girl that you're friends with. Like, just get your fucking hands out your pants, mate. Like, think with your head. When you're friends with females, like, they tell you the inside scoop of dating. They maybe set you up with their friends, but a lot of the time they don't. But the thing is, bro, it's just a social opportunity. And when you're, like, once I was out with the guy that I'm speaking about, who I introduced, who at first was scary. When I was out with him, I introduced him to this girl, and they ended up like going on a couple of dates. Now that makes me seem like I'm a G, you know? But I never got with this girl personally. I just spoke to her a lot. I was very friendly with her. So then now when I introduce her to one of my friends, she's like, I have a good reputation of being like a really kind guy, and that reputation's passed along to my friend. And that's one of the ways you can give some amazing value. I know damn well that that guy appreciated me introducing him to this girl. Now, look, a lot of these things are a bit shallow, and I want to give you some nuance. Keep this at the back of your mind a little. But there's not, like, I promise you, if you have a single friend who's a guy, and you say, hey, I have this really nice female friend, we've never been together. I wouldn't say it like that. I'd just be like, yo, bro, I've got this girl that I would love to introduce you to. I feel like you guys would really get along. That guy is gonna fucking love you, bro. He's gonna be like, yo, this guy's the G. He's setting me up. And it's not like you're being a fucking dickhead, you know? You're doing a kind thing to both of them, because ideally you're hanging out with good quality friends and you're hanging out with good quality girls as well. And then you introduce each other. The other thing that guys really care about is like status. Now, this is a hard one, because you're not really going to go around just like, if I have an Instagram account, I'm not going to go around like shouting out every dude on who I'm friends with, who I hang out with, because then it starts to step into like, when you're just giving people straight up giving them money, you're straight up giving them clout on Instagram, then it's like, then it steps in the territory of like, they are just taking your value, like, to a sense. I would shout out a friend who like really wanted the help because they have their own Instagram account, but like, just keep that in mind. What I mean by status though is like, just keep in mind every single guy values it. Like, every guy wants to be important. Every guy wants to have everybody who like looks up to them, he's famous, all these things. Anyways, I feel like I rambled a little bit in this last half of the video, but I hope you get the point that if you're a valuable person, you can, and you have good social skills. Like, part of bringing value is being a funny guy who people like to hang out with, and that can be your only angle. But if you have every angle, you're successful and you're super social, trust me, you are gonna roll through life on the easiest mode ever. I have rolled through life through like super successful guys, super hardworking guys, and gotten exactly what they wanted just by being a social guy, really nice person, really friendly, know a lot of people. That has given me more than I think 100 grand in my pocket right now could ever. Genuinely, I think that this skill is worth at least $1 million. I would say $10 million. Eventually down the line, like being able to speak this well will also open up your ability to make money and make those good connections. You know, if you want to start a business, you've got that guy, you've got that connection. I know that I don't have like all the success in the world yet. And as I get more results, I'll be able to show you more proof and you'll be able to trust me more. But what I can promise you is that if you get to a point where you're super social and you're in decently good shape, life as a young guy is fucking easy. You get everything you want and you get everything every guy who's 50 wants. And you know what I'm talking about. Thank you for watching this video, bro. I do have a course with a step-by-step guide on how I'd make really good friends. If you trust me enough, go click the link in the description and buy my course. Have a good day, bro.